D, wait for it, light bulb.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review where I come to you every week with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss it down below, and also you can read the articles for yourself that I will be posting down below. So let's just get started. So for the first story, Patty Jenkins has made a deal with Netflix. Now, Patty Jenkins just signed herself a sweet deal over at Netflix. And it's a small deal or whatever, but the streaming wars have officially begun because everyone's trying to get as much talent as they possibly can over their way. Now, I do think that Netflix is one of the more difficult streaming services because they don't advertise their shows, so it's hard to, get the latest shows and everything, and usually it's up to word of mouth to get those shows really noticed. For instance, when Stranger Things first came out, I didn't know about it until it had been out for like a week or something, and then somebody was talking about how good it was, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll have to check it out. So she signed a deal, and I think that she's better off over at Netflix than she was on TNT with I Am the Night, because nobody cares about TNT, but I don't think that she's out of the woods just yet. I did watch I Am the Night. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it and everything. But like I said, I didn't watch that one either because it wasn't advertised very great, and I didn't watch it I watched it, but I watched it like months after it had come out. Now, her deal is small, like I said before. It's only $10 million, and she doesn't get all of that money herself. She has to pay her employees, her overhead, her office space, and the rent for that, and how to keep those offices maintaining and everything. And it's nowhere near the millions that, for instance, Shonda Rhimes is getting, or Ryan Murphy for that job. But those two are known as titans in the TV industry. And of course, they have very good deals in other places, and Netflix had to lure them away. In fact, I did a video on Netflix and how they have problems, and I will leave a link in that right here. And one of the things that they did was happening with that was they were being sued by Fox for poaching, and it was very fascinating with that whole situation. So Patty Jenkins took this deal mostly because her phone isn't ringing off the hook or anything like that. She has a lot of respect in the industry, but I Am the Night, nobody paid attention to that. I would say that going to Netflix was a pretty good idea and everything. Now, this deal is for that she not only produce, but she also direct and everything, so she's going to do that. And now I'm really hoping that Wonder Woman 1984 is amazing, so that way Patty Jenkins can get some more leverage and be like, hey, look at how great of a director I am. But they delayed that movie so long that I don't know if it's going to be a factor in people getting to notice her. So I will be definitely interested in seeing how this whole thing develops. Now, moving on to my second story, Disney has made a deal with Pinewood Studios. Now, Pinewood Studios is in the UK and one of the most famous studios in the world outside of Hollywood. Just to give you a little insight, they film Star Wars movies there, and they also film the James Bond movies there, so yay and everything. It's very interesting. They didn't just make a deal with Pinewood Studios, they also have a thing with Shepperton Studios, which is another famous studio lot outside of the UK. Now, Shepperton recently has a big deal with Netflix. Both of those two, Pinewood Studios and Shepperton Studios, are both owned by the same company. So right now, the streaming's arms race has begun. And so each streaming service isn't just buying for talent, they're also racing the clock to get space to film. So they're starting to snatch up all these studios, and it's kind of hard to compete. So like I said, they're both owned by the same company. Now, Disney's deal with Pinewood Studios is for 10 years. So maybe this will create enough demand that they have to build a third studio just to keep up with not only Disney and Netflix, but also have other studios and their smaller films that need a place to film. Now, Pinewood also has a studio in Atlanta, Georgia, where they film a lot of the Marvel movies. For instance, they filmed Black Panther there, which is just fascinating that what the streaming situation is doing. Now, with all this streaming battling going on, it will be interesting to see if Disney can keep up at this level. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff coming out, and they're going to be having more. So, moving on to my third story, my last story of the day, Hailee Steinfeld. So, Hailee Steinfeld could soon be part of the Marvel family. Variety reported earlier this week that Steinfeld has been offered a lead role in the upcoming Hawkeye series on the Disney Plus streaming service. The limited series will see Jeremy Renner reprise his role as Hawkeye. Now, should Steinfeld join the series, she would play Kate Bishop. Now, Bishop is a Marvel Comics character who took up the Hawkeye mantle after Clint Barton. Now, she is also a member of the group known as the Young Avengers, and it was reported last week that Jonathan Liglia, I don't know how to say his last name, is attached to write and executive produce the series. Now, it has also been talked about over at Marvel that they want to take the Young Avengers and they don't know if they want to do a TV show or if they want to do a movie. They're still debating that or whatnot. I don't know. It depends on the level of quality of the TV shows. If it's got movie level special effects and everything, then I say go with a TV show because you'll have more time to develop these characters. But I wouldn't mind a movie either. I do like the Young Avengers. Now, I don't think that Hailee Steinfeld is the most talented actress on the planet, but I think that she will do a fine job with this one, especially if it's a TV show. And I think that, and I especially think it'll be good if she does a lot of the physical stuff that will come with this role. So, tell me, what do you guys think about the three stories? How do you feel about Patty Jenkins getting that small deal over at Netflix and everybody, you know, vying for talent? How do you feel about Disney making a deal for 10 years over at Pinewood Studios? And do you think it's crazy that they're taking up all of the space to film movies and TV shows and stuff? And how do you feel about Hailee Steinfeld joining the MCU on the Hawkeye TV show as Kate Bishop? Go ahead and leave all your thoughts in the section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscription button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on my week in review. Have a good week, guys. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.